What's up everybody, Zed here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful and a fantastic day, and I'm very happy that you stopped by. It's finally here, something that I've been anticipating for such a long time. It's finally in my hands. It's time for Ghosts from the... Nope, not today. We're getting ours just like every other civilian is. Ghosts from the past, we're probably gonna get our hands on it by next week, hopefully. For today, we have something special. I was sent my old Magic the Gathering collection. I think about these cards a lot whenever I get the chance. There's some spicy stuff in here. It's not that long. I just moved. I just didn't get to take this on the plane because when it comes to shiny cards, I don't know if anybody know, or anybody who travel with a deck or binder full of foil cards, they TSA always stop you. So I didn't want to go through that trouble. So I just thought it would be better to have it shipped to me. I used to be a big modern format player. I jumped in to standard as everybody else did. Commander was just getting popular at the time. It was around 2013, I believe. It's got a mix of everything. It's got some old cards, new cards, mostly cards that I think are cool. I just want them foil. I was a big shiny chaser. I'm excited to dig in. But before I jump into this collection, please take a minute to like the video and subscribe, and please turn on your notification icon. It helps me greatly and it helps this channel grow. I'm still trying really hard to hit that 50 subscribers mark by the end of April, and hopefully with Ghosts from the Past and perhaps a bit of knick-knack of Pokemon openings that I have, it will reach us there. Without further ado, let's dive in. I actually forgot what most of my cards are in here, so it'll be a bit surprising. Okay, now I remember. This is from the Ixalan set back in, I want to say 2015. No, 2016. It was right after the Kaladesh block. These are, what was it? I need to turn over the card. It is a Growing Rights of Itomok, right? Yep, it's a Growing Rights Itomok. It's the Buy a Box promo. These specific arts are supposed to be for a Masterpiece series, but it turns out that they did not get to that. So they ended up just being a Buy a Box promo, and they made like special little Buy a Box packs that you have a chance of getting each of the flip cards in Ixalan, not Rivals for some reason. Only Ixalan cards were in here. I'll probably put the prices of these like in the corner, probably give it like a tracker, but I got like 90s. One of them in Japanese because foreign cards are more expensive in Magic the Gathering. It goes Russian, Korean, Japan, yeah, Russian, Korean, Japanese, then it goes the micmash like the European languages and Chinese and etc. But I personally believe that English cards are the way to go. It's just more universally understood. Sorry. Yeah, this was supposed to be my commander deck. I just ended up taking it out because it's Kratos. It's basically Gaia's Kratos, but even more ridiculous because it tutors in the first half. These are my Masterpiece / Expedition cards. Wow, I actually kind of forgot I have so many because I sold so many cards throughout the years. Right before the global event started, I sold a lot of my cards in a lot of, I guess they're called Magic Fest now, but before they were called Grand Prix. These are the invocations. People make fun of them because they said they look like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but they don't even look like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They basically just, they look really hard to read, which I do understand, but I kind of dig the appeal for that. Yeah, they have these, I guess they're supposed to be hieroglyphics. I have the Force of Will, the Omniscience, the Austin Command, Diabolic Intent. This went up for a bit. This got bought out. I think the price settled at around like $250, as I imagine. Now these three are pretty infamous. The Kaladesh Masterpiece series are one of the most, are some of the most amazing looking cards in all of Magic the Gathering in my opinion, and I'm really happy that they made these. I used to have a full set. I sold it because it was the hype when people were buying into Bitcoin and selling into Bitcoin, trading into Magic cards. These went up a bit. I bought this for 300, but these are like almost 1,000 now. I got a Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, which is the most important ones, I guess, in EDH. Yeah, I really like the art of these cards. I had at one point like 7 of these, like 3 of these, and 1 of these because nobody liked Mana Vault. And then we have the Zendikar Expeditions. These came out within the first few years when I got into Magic. I was chasing them a lot. There were like 40 of these. I was trying to collect every fetch land because fetch land was always going to be expensive, every format like some, but I ended up just bailing. I have an Arid Mesa, but I just put it in the deck. I have every blue fetch because blue is the best color in Magic apparently when times have changed. I have an Ancient Tomb that's like I bought it at for like 100. It's like 130 now. Didn't move much. Strip Mine, bought it for like 30 at the time. It's like 100 now. This at one point was like 300 each. Now it's slowly going down because blue red is not good. It really depends on like what color of the flavor is good, and especially Legacy, especially in Modern. But these are at least 100 each, barring from Windswept Heath, because that's not a good color combination apparently. Now Ultimate Masters, pretty good set. These cards are the box toppers, which is basically the first iteration of extended arts. These never came non-foil, which extended arts come through as foils now. But most expensive card here has got to be the Demonic Tutor. It's really popular in EDH. I think it's banned in in Legacy. I hope it's banned. It's definitely super banned in Legacy. This is like 130. Still selling, going up. Yeah, because this was like below 100 for like the longest time. Mikaeus was really good, especially for EDH. And I got this Emrakul because of the Mythic Edition fiasco. They sent everybody a box topper pack. Actually, my wife got this, and I just basically said, "Can I have it?" and she gave it to me. I love her so much. And then these are some of the Mythic Edition cards. I bought into Mythic Edition when it first came out. It was such a big mess. Sarkons I kept the Sarkons. I sold the competitive cards, basically made my money back on the War of Spark ones. The Guilds of Ravnica one, that one had, what was it, Liliana, Last Hope, and Teferi. I sold all of those. I just kept the ones that I wanted to keep. And Assassin's Trophy, it was really good because well, it was Assassin's Trophy. It's basically a removal for anything. It's basically a multicolor path that is better than path. And then we come to see some of the secret layer stuff. Secret layers is basically this thing where it's basically WotC selling cards directly to the consumer and skipping the middleman. And I know a lot of people do not like that. I personally do not like that as well, but you gotta chase the trend at the time, right? So I bought some of the Kaleidoscope Killers. These are actually going up now. Dragon, even the regular copy Dragon is like about probably 20 something 30 now. The Sliver Overlord, because of slivers are actually going up as of recently. And I got some Horizon Lands, that's foil. I only kept the blue ones because blue's the best color, right? And I got some Nyxbloom Agents if I want to play big dirty cards in EDH. This is probably like 70 something now, probably more. I bought it for 70, so I assume that it's still worth what I pay for. And I put a Croxa in the same pack that I pulled a Uro in, a extended art for Uro, and good thing I sold that Uro quick. These are the secret layers drop. I bought the big 5 set. I just wanted to collect all the gods in case I want to play God Tribal in EDH. That's the problem with Magic players, right? They just buy cards in case they want to buy cards. I mean, in case they want to play with cards. Cryptic Command. This Cryptic Command I want to talk about because these are notoriously warpable, notorious tacos, and notorious damage. And these are basically impossible to find in near mint, basically. I bought it for around like 45 bucks. I don't know how much it is now. I'm not sure if EDH players actually play this, but it's only 4 mana. I think people actually can afford the mana. If it's good enough for competitive play, it's gotta be good for EDH, right? Anguish of Makings, these, I bought these at like $8 back then. I think these went up significantly now because it's like removal is really important. Like single removal is really important in EDH, at least I feel like, because there's so many games where we're just expecting every other player to have the answer, and you just want to hold. It's like playing chicken with everybody else when someone plays a card and they're like, you respond to it or you respond to it. I love EDH. But anyway, single target removals are pretty good. And then I bought the International Women's Day Secret Layers, sorry. The Marin is what I was focusing on because she is a pretty busted commander, but I really like the art on the Sisse and the Narset, so I just decided to like buy a drop. Here's a Razaketh foil. I bought it when it was 30. Now it's like 100 because of the buyouts. That's magic. And then I bought a box of Ikoria, Japanese collector set, and I wanted to collect the Godzilla set. I talked about this before. I think the crossover with Godzilla, with other intellectual property, was gonna be a sure hit. So I wanted to chase for the Godzilla. I think I got the only Godzilla cards that was in the set. So I'm looking into grading these in the future once grading settles down. And then I had these things. Oko was such a notorious card. Oko is now banned in basically every format besides probably EDH. This foil, I bought it for like 100. I think they're like 90 something now because they're banned everywhere. So these two pages are my most prized possession. These are reserve list cards besides these three, obviously. So what these are is that Magic the Gathering had implemented a list of cards to never get reprinted because there were outcries back in the day for cards being constantly reprinted and the collectability of the cards are gone. So Wizards or Magic, whatever you want to call that entity now, they implemented the reserve list to protect the collectability of certain cards. And these are on that list, which is why these are so expensive now, and so are these. Let me just give you an idea of how much these cards are. This one, I'll have it on screen, but I'm just gonna take a wild guess that this is probably like $2,000. This is like 2 to 5,000 because there's so little listed on online. This one, I bought 3 of them back then for like 155. I think these are like a damaged one, or like a non-mint one is like 400 to 500 now. And then the Mox Diamonds, this is like this is a last reprint of reserve list cards, I want to say, but except for premium decks. I need to double check. But the diamonds, from the vault one is almost 1,000 or like 700. This is like 500 to 600, and these two are basically the same price, which is really weird. And then we got dual lands, which is basically what Magic the Gathering uses is lands to tap for mana, use the mana to tap for spells. Land, usually the most basic ones are they only tap for 1 mana. These can tap for either color of the mana, so the flexibility of these are really good. I'm not sure if that alone warrants the price of how high it is. These are like, the blue ones are the most expensive ones because blue is the best color. I hate saying that. Blue is the best color in Magic, apparently. And so I have Volcanic, Trop, Underground Sea, and a Tundra. The Tundra I bought from a friend. At the time it was like 200 maybe. This is beat. He found it in a box, apparently, when he bought a box of cards. So he sold it to me for like 100 something. These keep on spiking like every few years. I bought it during a spike. It was like 100 something. Now something that's this condition is probably like 300 or 300 or 400. Got a Serra Sanctum. I think I got it in a trade, and I got a survival. I bought this as a from someone offering us a tip, saying that these are very low in the market. It was like I bought it for 700. It's listed for like 1,000 something now, like 1,100. These I think if sold in retail value, if these together is like 5,000, I think this whole page is probably like a rough estimate of $10,000 just in these 2 pages alone. To be honest, until they abolish the reserve list, the prices are just gonna stay. They might dip a little, but it would probably keep making new highs. And then I bought these smothering tithe. I bought these for like $10 each, and even at that time it was really expensive. But this is basically a heuristic study. Whenever your opponent draw a card, they may pay 2. If they don't, you make a token that makes any color. So that's pretty insane. And then from here, like, I filled out these 3 pages of War of the Spark alternate art Japanese. Sorry, let me rephrase that. War of the Spark Japanese alternate art Planeswalkers. I have collected all of them, which I'm a bit proud of, but they're not foils, which I'm pretty disgraced on. And they're in number of numbers. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I have a Liliana. I think this is the most expensive one out of the whole thing. It's probably like 100 something now. When I got it, it was like $50 because you always gotta. They always have this thing called peak supply in every card game, and you just gotta catch that and try to catch it when it's the lowest price. And then I put some Pokemon cards. I was trying to get these graded. What I really like about this page in particular, not these shiny Pokemon, I guess, and not these old cards, but the Rumble cards. I miss these so much. I remember seeing these as a display in a box in the store for like $40. Nobody touched these. That was probably during the low of Pokemon, but these look so freaking adorable. I just wish that I had a better condition of these. I have a Mew, 2 Pikachus, and a Zapdos. I think I have more, but I didn't take them because they're not foil, so I just forgot about those. Lastly, anything besides this, basically. If you see my graded slab collection video, I talked about the Liliana, and this one is the Teferi. I pulled this one in a box, which I was trying to chase for a Liliana foil, but this one was really good because it basically stops your opponent from doing a lot of ridiculous things, and it's in Japanese alt art, so I really like this card a lot. Too bad the centering is not good, otherwise I would send it to grade, but I think it would just stay in this book forever. And that is it for the collection. I pretty much been collecting since 2013. I traded my way up. I bought cards whenever I could when I still had a job. My plan initially in Magic, as always, was trying to grow my collection with least money spent as possible. And I would like to say that I made a lot of my money from buying and selling Magic cards at the time. Going to events, I really miss events. What I plan to do with this collection, I'll probably play it, or most likely sell it, and move on to other adventures like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and stuff that I could really enjoy. And instead of having these and not enjoying it, why not just let someone else enjoy it? It's kind of frightening to know somehow these cards that I have had for like at least a year, because I haven't seen them for a year, but I've been collecting a long time. It's kind of surprising to know how much these cards actually ended up, and most of the weight is being carried by reserve list cards. Oh man. I think that does it for this week's video. Let me know what card you've seen hit your eye, or what card in my collection is your favorite. If I have to pick, it'll probably be Soul Ring because it looks so beautiful, or it'll probably be the Japanese alternate art Teferi. I wish I appreciate Magic the Gathering more besides just the monetary value and the fact of how fun only one format of the entire game is to me, and that is Commander. Alright everybody, that's it for this week's video. Thank you so very much for watching. My name is Zed, and I hope that you have a wonderful and a blessed day. Thank you.